Hey guys, thanks so much for tuning into my video. So I am switching up the intro. So as you saw by the title, I will be trying the brand new Meatloaf biscuit from Biscuitville, the new breakfast biscuit. Me and my grandmother actually saw this on a billboard when we were coming back into the city from a neighboring city, and yeah, it really caught our eye. Super interesting. I was supposed to get this last week, like last Thursday or Friday, but I was being lazy. So today is Monday. I had to get up and do a couple errands, so I finally got it. And yeah, thanks so much for tuning into this video, and let's go ahead and get into it. Okay guys, so I am back. So guys, it's like 4 in the afternoon and I'm just recording this video because I've been lazy, but I did get up this morning, buy the video. Excuse me, not buy the video. By the biscuit. I will insert the clip of me eating the biscuit and show you up close and personal. I got the biscuit and I also got the peppermint latte. Okay, so let's start off with the latte first. So the latte was just pretty much peppermint seasoning. I will insert a clip of that as well. Pretty much peppermint seasoning, and then they put like crushed up peppermints on the bottom and on the top, along with like the peppermint syrup. And it was cool. It was a cool drink. The latte by itself is actually a cooled latte. So they're not making the latte in the store. Biscuitville is a very busy, it is considered fast food. It's a very busy restaurant. So like how you go to Starbucks and get the individual drinks where they're like making the espresso, like brewing the espresso. That's not what Biscuitville is doing. Because like I said, they're so busy. So it's like there's no way in the world they would have time to brew individual like a latte drink. So it is like a pre-chilled latte, comes in a bag. So they literally put it in a dispenser, press the button, and it comes out into the cup, into the ice cup. So yeah, it was cool. The latte on its own is not crazy sweet. It's just enough sweetness. It's not overly sweet. It's not syrupy or sugary to that point. But then once you come in and add the peppermint, that bitterness or that tartness of the peppermint does kind of offset it a little bit, just based on the typical sweetness that the latte has. So it was a cool drink. Nothing to phone home about, nothing I would probably order again, just based on how the tartness of the peppermint, it does offset the original latte flavor. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the biscuit. So like I said, me and my grandma, we saw the biscuit, and I don't know why I immediately, when I saw this biscuit, I was thinking of a meatloaf being put into the oven, being nice and juicy, covered, you know, caramel with the, you know, the sauce that you put on top of the meatloaf. I don't know why I thought this was going to be an old school meatloaf being put in the oven, and then somebody taking like the metal spatula and cutting off a piece of meatloaf and putting it on the biscuit. I don't know why in my mind I thought that was what it was going to be, but it was not that at all. So guys, this meatloaf, it was pretty much a patty, a meat patty. I don't want to say beef because I don't know if it's 100% all beef, but it was a meat patty just shaped kind of like a chicken sandwich shape, not a full blown round circle, but just in that shape. And it was pretty much put on a biscuit with the sauce on top. So when I first opened up the biscuit to record, to show you guys the video, I was initially thinking, okay, so this is just a patty. I was thinking this was similar to like how you get like Salisbury steak in your freezer section. So you get like the Salisbury steak, like the family pack. You put it in the oven, you put it in the microwave, but putting it in the oven would be quicker and easier. And it's the Salisbury steak patties, and it's like submerged in the gravy. So you would take the Salisbury steak and just take it out with like a spatula. So once I saw the patty on the biscuit, my mind switched from it being a traditional meatloaf piece to that. And I was thinking, okay, well, they put it in the oven, and then they put it in like a saucepan, like a metal pan, and then it was submerged in the sauce. So the sauce is actually Kakalaki barbecue sauce. So this is not a brand new sauce, guys. This is a sauce that Biscuitville carries as a condiment that you can get with, you know, a combo or biscuit. So this is barbecue sauce that's made, I think it's out of North Carolina. Yeah, so I'm not a barbecue sauce girl, so I grew up on Biscuitville, but I've never tried the Kakalaki sauce. So yeah, so like I said, this is not a brand new sauce that they catered to this biscuit. It's a sauce they already had. So me trying this biscuit with the sauce this was all brand new to me, even though the sauce has been with the company, you know, as a sauce. So yeah, so that's what I was thinking, that they put these patties in the oven, and then they poured the sauce. They submerged the patties from the oven into like the saucepan filled with sauce. But once I opened it and then once I bit into it, I saw that was not the case because the biscuit was very dry. So as you guys see in the clip I'll show you, when I tried to pull the biscuit off, it was so dry and stuck together that the full biscuit didn't pull off. A part of it like stuck to the patty. And then as I was biting into it, I got about 40% into eating the biscuit, and I decided to pull the bottom off because it was that dry. So yeah, so if you have a biscuit, if you're not putting like extra butter within that biscuit, depending on what meat you get for the biscuit, it can be really, really dry. Like if you get sausage has a little bit of juice to it. Obviously, you get like a bacon, egg, and cheese. The bacon, the egg with the cheese, that's going to help. But with this situation with this patty and the lack of sauce that was on there, it was that dry to where I took the bottom half of the biscuit off, and I'm going to show you. So when you look at the bottom half of the biscuit, guys, there's no sauce on the biscuit. So my theory of them putting this in the oven and then submerging it in the Cashapp sauce, that was off. Because if it had been submerged, then it would have been coated on the top and the bottom of that patty. And as you see in the clip, it was not. So what they did was they put this in the oven, took it out, and then they took a bottle with Cashapp sauce and squirted literally like a quarter size on the top and spread it out. So yeah, the biscuit was hella dry. And like I said, my theories of what I thought it was going to be was completely off, from the traditional meatloaf to the patty being submerged in, you know, the sauce. So yeah, so like I said, I was trying this biscuit for the first time. Didn't know what to expect. And oh yeah, guys, the way this biscuit comes is that it comes with the egg and the cheese. Meaning you cannot buy the biscuit as a separate biscuit without those two items on there. Which is real like interesting to me, especially with this type of biscuit, a meatloaf biscuit. That's a very specific type of meat. So the fact that they didn't offer it as a regular biscuit along with the option of doing egg and cheese, that was interesting to me. So when the lady rung up my order, I could see her modifying it. She had to modify it to take the egg and cheese off for me and my grandmother, because I got two biscuits. So yeah, like I said, super dry. It wasn't giving hamburger patty. You can definitely tell it had like a little, you know, a little tinge to it. I don't know if it was 100% beef. I'm pretty sure it was a bunch of stuff mixed in there, kind of like how they do hot dogs. But yeah, not a lot of flavor, not a lot of sauce. Like I said, if you plan on going to get this, if a Biscuitville is in your area, tell them to add more sauce off the rip. Like I said, I'm trying this blind. This is something new. Obviously, I've never had this before. But yeah, the way they did this biscuit, clearly they just squirted a small quarter-size amount of sauce and then put the biscuit on top. Like I said, this was not submerged in sauce like the way I thought it was, just based on there literally being 100% dryness on the other side of that biscuit. So like I said, if Biscuitville's in your area, if you do want to try it out, if you are, you know, just for the heck of it, tell the cashier, or if you go on the inside, specify to them, give me extra sauce. Because I feel like that would definitely make a difference in the overall experience. But yeah, if I had to rate this, I'm going to rate the latte, and I'll rate the biscuit. So my ratings of both of these is actually the same. I'm going to give a 2. I'm going to do a 2.5 out of 5. Yeah, 2.5 out of 5. Like I said, the peppermint latte, it was cool. Nothing to phone home about. Just a typical peppermint flavor inside of a latte. And then the biscuit was dry. The actual flavor of the patty, the Cashapp sauce, that would have been where majority of the flavor was coming from, but I mean, it was barely anything on the biscuit. And based on what I can taste of the Cashapp sauce, the small amount that was on there, it wasn't really, you know, giving anything to my taste buds. But like I said, this is a popular sauce. Like I said, I am here in Virginia, so that sauce, you being able to get it as a cup, like a condiment on the side, A lot of people like the sauce. I've never tried it. I'm not a barbecue sauce girl. So the sauce, to the taste of me, it wasn't giving anything to my taste buds. But at least if the actual patty was submerged and giving some kind of juice and some kind of moisture to the biscuit, I feel like that's going to be the better overall experience. But yeah, guys, that is it. I do plan on doing some more food reviews on some brand new items that have dropped at restaurants. So if I stop being lazy, I could go ahead and actually get these knocked out for the rest of the week. But I do appreciate you guys watching. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe. That really helps out. If you have a Biscuitville in your area, if you're gonna go try it out, if you have tried it, let me know in the comment section. Follow me on my social medias, and I will see you next time.